Neon Genesis Evangelion. The Evangelion universe is what happens when you give teenagers giant biomechanical weapons and then ask them to save humanity, while ignoring their crushing depression. The Earth is under attack from aliens called angels, and the only thing standing between annihilation and survival is Shinji, who'd rather be listening to The Cure in his room. Adults here are emotionally unavailable, kids are traumatized, and the robots scream when they bleed. It's a world where the apocalypse is easier to face than your father. And honestly, isn't that just high school with more explosions? This is what happens when we expect emotional resilience from people who haven't finished puberty and call it bravery instead of child abuse. BoJack Horseman. BoJack's world is what happens when everyone can afford therapy, but no one uses it. A talking horse, once a sitcom star, spends most of his days drunk, high, or spiraling into existential dread, and somehow that's still the most relatable part of the show. In Hollywood, yes, the D fell off. No one put it back. Trauma isn't healed, it's monetized. Everyone's broken, rich, and lonely. It's a mirror to LA. Fame without fulfillment, money without meaning, and therapy horses who need therapy themselves. It's not that BoJack is uniquely damaged, it's that he has time to think about it, and enough wine to make it worse. In the real world, we binge this show between job interviews and panic attacks. Why? Because watching a horse fall apart somehow helps us keep it together. Inside Out. Inside Out pretends to be a kid's movie, but it's actually about how every child becomes slightly broken the moment their family moves cities, their memories fade, and their imaginary friends die in a landfill of forgotten thoughts. Riley is 11 years old. That's all it takes for Joy to start losing. Inside her brain, a control panel run by 5 emotions gets hijacked by sadness, and nobody reads the manual. Turns out, mental breakdowns come with theme park visuals now. The message? Growing up means realizing you can't always be happy, and sometimes being sad is the only honest reaction to existing. It's Pixar's way of saying, "Hey kids, welcome to emotional complexity. Hope you like crying about a pink elephant named Bing Bong for the next decade." Euphoria. Euphoria is what would happen if a Tumblr blog, a bottle of Xanax, and an HBO budget had a baby. It's a high school where everyone's either high, traumatized, or both, and the lighting is always perfect. Rue is a teen addict, narrating her own descent into chaos, and she's somehow the most functional person in her friend group. The parents? Checked out. The school system? Non-existent. But the glitter makeup budget? Through the roof. This universe is the American dream turned fever dream, where trauma is aesthetic, and addiction comes with a curated Spotify playlist. It's a world that feels too real for teens, and too triggering for adults, so naturally we binge it. Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot's universe is what happens when hacking becomes therapy, and capitalism is the disease no one wants to cure. Elliot is a cybersecurity engineer by day, anarchist hacker by night, and paranoid schizophrenic 24/7. He talks to us, but not really. He talks to himself, but not really. And he talks to his dead dad, but also not really. Society here is run by a corporation so evil it's literally called Evil Corp, because subtlety is for people who don't wear hoodies in summer. This is a world where digital surveillance is normal, mental illness is untreated, and revolution is just another form of narcissism. Sound familiar? That's because it is. Mr. Robot isn't sci-fi, it's just Tuesday. Black Mirror, White Bear. White Bear is the episode that asks, what if justice was just trauma with better camera angles? A woman wakes up in a town where everyone films her, but no one helps. She's being punished for a crime she doesn't remember, inside a reality TV prison she can't escape. Every day her memory resets. Every day, the torture starts again. And the worst part? It's legal. The audience laughs, the crowd cheers, the punishment becomes entertainment. It's not a dystopia. It's your Facebook feed with a murder charge. This is what happens when a society loses empathy but gains HD live streams. Welcome to the justice system, sponsored by ad revenue, Requiem for a Dream. This isn't fiction so much as a dare to keep breathing. Requiem is what addiction looks like when you strip away the excuses, glamour, and rehab montages. 4 people chase different dreams: a TV appearance, a business plan, a better life. They all end up in hell. There's no redemption, no second chance, no recovery arc. Just withdrawal, amputation, and a mother hallucinating a talk show host while rotting in a hospital bed. This universe is real, and that's the horror. It reminds you that the American dream is often just one bad decision from becoming an American nightmare. Elden Ring. The lands between is what happens when gods fail. Mortals suffer, and everything smells like grave dust. In Elden Ring, you're a tarnished, which is From Software's polite way of saying, you've already died, get used to it. The world is decaying, the hierarchy is broken, the divine order is shattered. Your goal? Fix it. Or don't. It won't matter. This universe doesn't care about your feelings, your backstory, or your preferred combat style. It's a meditation on futility, punishment, and how beautiful rot can look in 4K. Elden Ring doesn't just break your character, it breaks you, and then lets you keep going, because in this world, pain is progress. Your brain wasn't built for this, not for constant despair, neon trauma, or recursive apocalypse simulations. But fiction shows us what reality hides, that sometimes falling apart is the only honest reaction to a broken world. And if you see yourself in any of these stories, that probably means you're paying attention.